Hey guys, this is Adele and Sammy with Motivated by Kindness. We're out here bringing you inspiration every week to help you change yourself for the better.
Hey guys, thanks for coming back. It is week 10. Again, thanks for all the love and support for our last week's podcast. We are really excited for that one. This week, we are going to talk about forgiveness. I had the giggles, I'm sorry. You say it.
Forgiveness, healing,
and rebuilding
yourself.
Right, I got the giggles out. Usually I get the giggles out, but today I didn't. Anyway, so again, thanks so much for all the love and support. We're, our analytics are actually boosting. They're reaching more and more people. We reached out to Recycled Percussion this week. We're drafting up an email to send to Ellen. Like, we're really trying to end the year strong with making stuff happen. We're not giving up,
No such thing.
Nope. No such thing as giving up. So, to our topic, forgiveness, healing, and rebuilding is very important for people because it just is. Like, it's not cool to just live with hate in your heart. It's always good to forgive. If it's yourself, a relationship or something, it's just good to forgive and move on and heal from it and then rebuild yourself into living that hate-free life.
Well, there's no way to heal from anything unless you forgive things.
Mm-hmm.
And forgiving can be more than just, more than just somebody else. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive situations.
Because everybody makes mistakes, including ourselves. People, we're normal. We're humans. We make mistakes. You got to live for them. An example to just rebuilding yourself is you got to forgive yourself for all the mistakes. Your brain is developing every day to churn, and matures every day. I know my brain's matured over the 6 months. Yeah, so you got to forgive yourself, and once you have that forgiveness, you're like, you know what? I forgive myself. I'm going to do better, and it kind of gives you that sense of, I got this to me. When you forgive somebody, like it's good, it's gonna be okay, and having that mindset of it's good, it's all gonna be okay, it gives you that like readiness to go for life.
Yeah, every mistake is just something you learn from. If you don't forgive yourself for making a mistake, you can't learn from it and you can't heal from it. And in order to build the person you want to be and make things how you want them to be, you have to be able to accept and understand what you're learning and how you're healing from them, and forgive that, great, I made a mistake, but I'm going to move forward and do better next time and be what I need to be.
And it helps. I forgave people. It does help, though, because think about it. If you have an altercation with somebody or a friend and you guys are beefing and you don't forgive them, you live with that in your soul, and it's just so uncomfortable. I don't know about you guys or anybody, but it's just having that in your soul. It's like sucks the life out of you. Yeah, that negative energy. Not forgiving and hating and pettiness, it's negative energy.
It's extreme negative energy.
It is negative energy. I should talk to myself about that a little bit more, especially the pettiness part. But that's a different story. People are allowed to be petty. It's okay. And it's okay to not forgive people. There are people that it's okay not to forgive.
Yeah.
But what we're trying to say is if there's an opportunity to forgive, whether if it's yourself or someone who's hurt you really bad or something, to forgive them so you can heal and just move on and be the best person you can be. I know in my heart, in a way, I forgave for whatever I've been going through for the past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
In my heart, I forgave the best way I could. Maybe the person didn't flat out say, I'm sorry that I did this to you. Maybe they didn't verbally say it, but to me, I'm telling myself, you know what? It is what it is. If it wasn't for all of that, I couldn't forgive and heal and move on and look at me like a boss.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in some situations, you're not going to be able to forgive the person or forgive the situation. Like, for instance, if somebody passes away before you can forgive them,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're not going to be able to do that, but you can forgive yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And accept that you're not going to be able to get that forgiveness, and forgive yourself for not having that forgiveness, and heal from it and move on.
Yeah, and if you know, it's hard. And it is a hard topic because, like I said, we mentioned the word pettiness, and it's like, depending, I think for me personally, depending on the type of forgiving, like what situation is it? Is if it's something silly, as in like my friend talked about me or something, stuff like that, it is what it is. But someone who's like really, really hurt you, it takes time. But those I feel like are the most important things to forgive.
They are.
The like little petty little altercations you have with friends or coworkers or whatever, those forgivenesses are great. Yes, you can heal from them and move on and rebuild yourself or whatever, but the huge ones or people that really, really hurt you are the ones that really mean a lot to get over.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are the ones that damage you the most. So if you go through divorces, or if you go through, I don't know, if you think you had a best friend and they're not the actual person who they think you are, you know, just like this is all examples from my past life that I gave. And yes, I may not be friends or with these people, but I forgave them and moved on in my own way.
Exactly.
They may not know that I forgave them. I mean, maybe if they listen to this podcast, because I know they're sneaking and looking. I see you, boo. But I forgave them in my heart, in my soul. Like, you weren't for me. It is what it is. And I think also forgiving is also a maturing thing. Kind of like what we talked about last week with personal growth and all that stuff. And I think it's very, very important to forgive. Honestly. I mean, there's one particular person in my life that I'm still struggling to forgive, but that's a battle within. At this point, the other person's not going to see, and I have to kind of build that forgiveness myself, unfortunately. And that's fine. But that forgiveness healing process is for myself.
Exactly. You know, forgiveness isn't necessarily for anybody else. It's all for you personally. And for yourself.
For your personal growth, kind of like what we talked about last week. And I think that's why it was important that we wanted to talk about this week, because there are people right now that are suffering from, you know, I hear a lot about divorces and stuff. It sucks, maybe because I had one myself that I kind of realized a lot of people do have it. And, you know, because when you're married, you don't really care about divorces, right? I guess. I mean, people do, but that's a different story. But, you know what I mean? So when you can relate with people that have been in your situation. And I do try, when I talk to people that have been through divorces as well, and they talk about their situations and stuff, and, oh, I don't this, and they talk angry. It's like, forgive. Just forgive and move on. You can't do nothing.
Yeah.
It made you the person I am. I mean, you are, but I personally do not regret what I did. And if the people that hurt me, they didn't apologize and I didn't forgive, like, face to face, I don't regret it.
No.
It rebuilds. It really does rebuild. It makes you who you are.
And I mean, that's the thing is, like, a lot of forgiveness comes from regret. You know, you regret not doing something, you regret doing something, and you have to learn to forgive yourself for those regrets. Otherwise, you're going to just keep piling up regrets.
And I can honestly say that again, guys, you know, I always keep it real with you guys. I've kept it real since day one, I feel. When I went through my divorce, I put the blame on me. Everybody does. It's a natural thing. Like, what could I have done better? What could I this? What could I that? And then my healing process of that was forgiving myself for, yes, you could have tried better, but it's okay. It's not you. People, obviously, other people on the other side have things they have to work on as
Mm-hmm.
well. And just forgiving myself and heal myself is who I am today.
Exactly.
Like a freaking boss.
I mean, like they say in everything, it takes two to tango.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But it took me a while to get there. It really did. It took
I
me a
know.
while to be like, you know what? It's not you, but if it, you know, you obviously you did your mistakes, but I forgave myself for what I did and nobody's perfect. Marriages aren't perfect.
Nothing is perfect.
Exactly. So
There's no such thing as perfection.
no, there isn't.
But
But just forgiving yourself so you can move on.
exactly. And that's the other thing is like, it doesn't matter how long it takes. All that matters is that you get to the point where you forgive yourself.
Mhm. And I think I've been there. Like at this point, I'm like, you know what? I did what I could, and here I am,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgave myself, and I'm just slowly healing because it takes a long time to heal stuff, and that's perfectly okay. I've seen people that have gone through divorce after years and they're still healing. It doesn't mean they're not rebuilding and moving on with their life and starting new relationships and all that stuff, but they're still healing. It takes time to heal.
It all takes time. You know, I don't know. You're not in a race with anybody.
Mhm. And unfortunately, these days there is no like real face-to-face personal forgiveness these days because people are so not willing to admit when they're wrong.
Oh, that's because of technology and everybody's just
Yeah,
glued to their
I'm
phones.
sorry, over the phone. Yeah, no. Like Lizzo says, stay straight to my face.
She's obsessed with Lizzo these days.
Oh, yeah.
But, I don't know. The only really, the real way to make a difference in yourself is to accept yourself and forgive yourself and move on from the things that have happened and just grow and heal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. People forgive themselves in many ways. Some people write it down. Other people, people use prayer. People use talking to people about it.
I say it all the time when I think angry about somebody. I'm like, Lord, forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thoughts in my head right now is the devil talking, and the Lord forgive me. That's how I talk.
She does.
I say, Lord, forgive me, but I just want to punch this person square in the face. But forgive me for thinking that way. I've asked for forgiveness every damn day.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Forgiveness is important.
And the thing is that it's just closure.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiving is closure, honestly. It'll be great to have that closure face to face, but people these days, because of freaking technology, because of everything, people are so afraid of face to face.
It's the new social norm.
It is. Unfortunately, it is, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm innocent and I don't use technology. Of course, everybody uses technology. You can't survive in this world without technology.
People hide behind technology.
That's the thing. Like, I would respect, for my biggest healing moment in my life, obviously you know what that is, I would appreciate if that situation would just be face to face. Hey, I'm sorry. That's all I want.
Yeah.
From everybody that did me dirty, if you're listening, just shoot me. Just come over here and say sorry to my face. I don't even care. Just say sorry. I mean, I don't care. I don't care, but I'm just saying I wish it would happen that way because it is closure.
It is.
Not that I need it, but I'm just saying, I don't know.
But that's the other thing. If there's somebody you should say sorry to, just say it. Don't be afraid of...
If I'm wrong, I'm so quick to say that I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Even when you're not wrong, you're so quick to say you're wrong.
Yeah, I know, but that's a different story. That's a different part of my rebuilding, healing process that I have to come to myself. But it's true. If I'm snappy or I'm bitchy or I'm something, I say, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad. But I was never always like that.
No.
I wouldn't be like that. But there are times, if I'm wrong, I say it. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to forgive. It's okay if you snap at someone and forgive each other. It's just, it's okay. The right people are going to remain in your life and continue moving on, and then keep. They're going
to help you rebuild yourself and grow.
Exactly. It's okay. Nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. You get angry at each other. Just say sorry.
Apologize.
Exactly.
It's 2 words.
My bad. There's different ways. You could say, my bad. You could say, my apologies. You could say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I got time. A lot of ways to say it. Lo
It doesn't
siento.
matter how you say it.
You could say it in Spanish. You could say it in, how do you say it in Hebrew? You could say it in Hebrew. How do you say it? For real, how do you say it in Hebrew?
I don't know.
You want me to say I'm sorry in Hebrew?
No.
I'm going to look it up.
Okay, we'll look it up later.
Yeah, so you could say it any way you want.
You can say it in any language. I don't know.
I'm sorry. You could use an accent. You could be funny with it. You could
be
just
harder.
say sorry. I say sorry a lot. Even when I'm holding the door for someone, I didn't see it and I close. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold it open. Or I don't know. It's just, I think it's just feels great to let it out.
Mm-hmm.
To say sorry.
It does.
Even if you're the person that's wrong. At least for me. If I'm wrong, I do something, I say sorry, it's a weight off my chest.
Mm-hmm.
Me and the person are cool because now we've gained that personal cool relationship. Like, oh, they got me, I got them. If they make a mistake, I say sorry, we keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a respect thing, but that's with friends.
Exactly.
But like bigger things, when people hurt you and stuff like that, obviously you're not going to get that closure because some people are not quick to say I'm sorry and I'm sorry, or people are oblivious. There are times where people are truly not understanding what they did wrong.
Yeah. And at that point, you just have to learn to forgive. Say, okay, I understand you're not going to see this, so you don't understand this, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I still forgive the situation, and I forgive everything that happened, and move on. Use it to motivate you to do better and to grow and change who you are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I just want you to take a moment to listen, to really listen to this one. Just think in your head. Can I forgive that person, even if they're not around? I've done that. I've done them like, well, this person hurt me, and I haven't. These are people I haven't seen in months, years, almost years, but you know what I mean. I'm like, can I forgive them? You know what? I could. They don't need to know. They probably still don't know what they did, how they did me dirty.
They probably don't care either.
And that's fine. I personally wish, sometimes I wish I didn't have a kind heart. Honestly, sometimes I wish I didn't care so much. Because the people that go through their lives every single day, they wake up and just don't care about people's feelings, whatever. I personally can't live like that.
Neither can I.
I care too much. I really feel like sometimes I care too much.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people care too much, and those are the people that get hurt the most, and those are the people who need to forgive the most.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very important thing, forgiving. If you never forgive, then you never end up growing. You never end up changing. You just end up bitter and alone, and
you end up a cranky grandma with 85 cats while she's freaking doing yarn in front of a TV.
Okay, that's one way to put it.
I just thought about the cranky grandma and all the movies, like the kids' movies.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm getting off topic and falling asleep.
It's okay. Yeah, you're falling asleep.
Because it's late and my brain hurts from all the closure I've been talking about. But, it is. Forgiveness to me, it means closure. Mm-hmm. When I think of forgiveness, I think of closure, which leads me into healing and then rebuilding yourself to the person you deserve to be. Everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves closure. Everybody deserves to rebuild themselves into the best. And I feel like every year I get older, I get wiser, I get more mature, I get more, for me, I get personally healthier. I feel like at 28 years old, I am the happiest and healthiest I've ever been in my entire existence. Honestly. Even when I was in high school. I personally now, mentally, physically, am the happiest and healthiest I've ever been.
And that's a good thing. That's the healing and the rebuilding and the growth and the...
And it takes time to get there. It took me all these years to get there. And that's why I never regret experiences.
And that's the best way to be. Because you learn from everything you do. There's nothing that you should be scared to not forgive. Like, go ahead and forgive everything. Nothing, it's not going to hurt you in any way.
No.
the thing that's going to hurt you is not forgiving, not healing, not growing and building. If you don't grow and build, then you stay the same your entire life. You hit a plateau.
Like people that are like, meh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever.
And you just end up miserable. Never changes.
Let the cat off me, but it's true. And that's why, you know, that's the thing. When we had the cafe, I want us to build that atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
That atmosphere where we could be like just happy. Like, I want you to step in our door and see our positive messages on the wall. Just be happy. Like, I don't know if you guys listening have children or know who Mr. Grumpfish is from the Bubble Guppies, but there's an episode where he was so grumpy that the Bubble Guppies pretty much had enough of it, and they show him that being, like, in the episode, they're showing him to be happy and to help people makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it was, like, a holiday special type of thing. But they were showing him, like, look, you gave her a gift. She's happy. And it made him happy. And just giving off that energy. That's what I want to do for folks. I want people to come in and be like, wow, this is great. Adela's here early. This is awesome. Even she could wake up early today. We could all do this.
Oh, God.
She's usually here by 10. But you know what I mean? I want to build that atmosphere. I want Mr. Henry
Grumpy.
to come in every morning and be like, oh, hey, Mr. Henry, here's your cup of coffee. Yeah, top of the morning to you. I want, like, a happy, fun atmosphere.
Now we're going to Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
But
Don't mind me, I'm tired. But I think we both are.
Everybody's tired at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah, it is.
you gotta go to bed.
But I don't know. Hopefully we've gotten the point across that you need to learn how to forgive, heal,
forget.
accept.
Yeah, and just move on. And even if right now, like I was trying to mention earlier, think about it. Think about a situation that's really deep down in your soul that's bothering you.
Mm-hmm.
Say it out loud. I forgive. And watch how great it feels, because I've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
When I have 2 seconds to myself, which is never, but when I do have it, I say that sometimes. I talk out loud, like, you know what? I forgive. Because there's times I'm angry about things that happen whenever. I forgive.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're, like, for me, like, if you're a religious person, God, I forgive. This is it. I'm healing. Please help me heal.
Uh-huh.
And it feels great. Honestly, it does. Me and you say sorry to each other all the time when we beat each other up.
We don't beat each other up.
But
I mean, like, just the conversation we had yesterday. We were messaging back and forth while I was at work. You know, at the end we apologized back and forth. We told each other we were good.
yeah, and we kept it moving. And here you are.
Uh-huh.
We had a slap fight before this. Let's just keep it moving. But that's the thing. To it builds people. It makes people stronger. It makes them know that I got you. I'm here. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those types of relationship. But that comes if. And again, nobody's perfect. It's okay to get cranky. Like, when I'm hangry, I'm a monster. Like, get away from me. Don't talk to me.
That's why I always make sure I have food around.
And I lash out. You know what I mean? And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be angry. It's not okay to emotionally mess up somebody for years. That's not okay. But you can still move on. And
Mm-hmm.
learn from that and forgive.
Exactly.
But just in general, like, you have to forgive. And when I went to a conference, I had a keynote speaker, and she was a human trafficking survivor, and she was saying something about forgiving.
You have to forgive and learn from your forgiveness.
And she said that, and that's why I thought about it now, because I was thinking about, because the word forgive, we kept talking about it so much, but when I went to that conference and we had this keynote speaker, she talked about her life from the moment she was 11, and she got into human trafficking and all that stuff, and in the end, her end message was, I'm alive, I forgave, I'm alive, and here I am. She has, like, all these many degrees, like, just an incredible story. I wish I could remember her name, but she was truly a freaking amazing.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is
and
like...
she forgave.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, do you think that I know all these people that assaulted me? I do not know any of them, and I should. She's like, you must be thinking I'm crazy right now. You must be thinking that I'm crazy, that you know, but I'm forgiving. She's like, but it was for me to heal.
Exactly.
And me to move forward. And she had it was just great. I'm glad in my brain, in the back of my little tiny little peanut brain.
You have a
Don't kick me.
It.
Say sorry. I'm
not going to say sorry because I barely touched you. There's a blanket between us.
Oh, jeez. But you know what I mean? Like, but it's true, though. Forgive. If someone like that could forgive a traumatic series of events, because it was years and years and years, if they can go through that, forgive, and build their life, and to be in this amazing person, people can forgive and stop being petty.
That's the thing, is like, it takes a lot to get to that point where you accept and forgive, but at the same time you have to focus on what's really important in life. What's important? Okay, I'm alive. I woke up today. I'm alive. I can breathe.
Yep.
Who do I have around me? That's important.
Yep.
Who supports you, who loves you, who's there for you. I have a shelter over my head. I have food in my body.
Yeah, you got...
You know, I have a job to keep that roof over my head.
Exactly. If you think of the positive things, just let go.
It helps you forgive all the negatives.
That is so, so true. It's great. It's really incredible if you think about what forgiveness can do for you. Again, whether if you just forgive out loud and just say, forgive it, because it gives you that closure in your brain that you can just move on.
Write it down. Read it every day.
My cat just laid on me, guys. She's fat. But I forgive you, kitty.
Okay.
But, you know, thanks, guys. We're not lively. Or I'm not lively. I'm tired. But, again, we appreciate all the love and support. I think we're pretty... We got our message across, I think, that we wanted to give today.
Yeah.
So, we truly appreciate it. You guys are...
Great.
Yes, honestly, the support that we're getting and people sharing, and, you know, we're going to get there one day. And you guys get to be all a part of it, all our podcast, and listening and supporting and sharing and just, if any of these podcasts touches you in a way, or you can relate in a way, let us know. Let us know if there's something, other topics that we could talk about, because we typically try to go with topics that we can both personally relate, because that's who we are.
I mean, this week, this is what we were thinking about most of the week. I mean, last week was all about patience. I mean...
But I still learn so much.
We talk about what we go through personally. And I think that's why it works. But you guys have a great week this upcoming week. And remember to stay positive and forgive and have patience.
And laugh.
And laugh.
And just have a good time. Life is too short to hold all that in. Just go, let go, have fun, live it up. And guess what? Soon enough, you'll get to be able to live it up at our cafe bar. So, truly, think about it. So, again, thanks for the love and support. All our Facebooks, Instagram, YouTube is all motivated by kindness. One word for each social media site. Please like, share, comment. Let's get this, all the support we can get. And again, there's been lots of you following us, and we truly appreciate it. So tune in for next week. Again, if you have a topic, I think you can.
If you have anything for us, just let us know.
You can comment on this video. You can comment on
anything.
Facebook. We're pretty active. We try to be as active as you can on all of our social medias. So we truly hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.